Hello, I'm here to do my webcam, so you know, get crunk or something. I did this earlier today, and by earlier today I mean like 10 minutes ago, but it was too long. It was 11 minutes and 6 seconds long, and you can only have 10-minute videos on YouTube. They can only be 10 minutes long, and the problem is that my computer is currently operating with about 400 megabytes of memory space left. And that means that I can't edit the video at all. So I couldn't cut it down, and I have to get it all right the first time. You know, that's important. So this is my all right, by the way. So this is what a perfect webcam show from me will look like. So use this as a barometer for future viewings. Also, if you see me do this right here, this little look, that means I'm looking at the clock, because I don't want this one to go over, because I don't want to have to do this again, because that would suck. So, I guess I'll start off. I said in my live journal I was going to talk about what Amanda and I did yesterday, so let me talk about that. We went to South Park, which is the expensive people mall in Charlotte, and so consequently there wasn't really much for us to do because we don't have money. There were a bunch of like rich people clothing stores, rich people clothing stores, and like expensive towels and crap, and I didn't want any of that. And Amanda bought some necklaces at Belk's, but Belk's can't be for rich people because they have one of those in Eastland Mall, which is the antithesis of South Park, if you've never been to the Charlotte area. But the only thing that I was excited about at South Park was they had a Lids, which is like a hat store, because hats are lids somehow. And I guess if your head was like a bucket. So if you were Mr. Bucket, it would make sense. And Mr. Bucket, shops a lot because he's got all those balls in his mouth or something. I don't remember how the song goes. Steven does. But so we went to the Lids, and they had a bunch of UNCC hats. And UNCC is where I go to college and where Amanda goes to college, and I guess Steven too, but he doesn't really count. But in case you don't know, and if you don't, then shame on you, UNCC is the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And it rules. And so I was excited to see it get some representation hat-wise at Lids, because usually they just have like Chapel Hill and Duke hats, and those colleges suck. So, boo ACC. Go A10. Hold on, I'm wearing my A10 shootout shirt. So I'm, repping it. A10, baby. So, South Park was pretty boring. The real reason that we went to go to the Cheesecake Factory, because Ian Anderson, who's a player for the Charlotte men's basketball team, who's kind of a friend of ours, but not really, he said he goes there a lot, and and that it's not really that expensive, and I didn't believe him, because I went one time with my dad when I turned 12, I think, and he said it was expensive, and so I was trying to figure out who was, lying. And so it turned out to not be too bad. It was kind of like Chili's or Cheddar's or O'Charlie's or any of those restaurants with like the ch sound of their name, kind of in that price range. Cheesecake Factory. Ah, I'm so clever. This should be illegal, like deceiving a woman's heart. Steven says you can't really hear the music, but I can't turn it up much louder because people are sleeping in my house. And I can't really hear the music in his either. Although the last one, it was like way loud, and it was so hard to concentrate on like what he was talking about because the song in the background was way like cool and junk. So whenever somebody says way cool, I always imagine the cool is like K-E-W-L. So now you know that about me. Anyway, we went to, that's my clock check there. We went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I got the teriyaki chicken, and Amanda got the crusted chicken Romano. And then we got a cheesecake, because you have to get those if you're going to go to the Cheesecake Factory. The big exciting thing that happened was a bunch of middle schoolers came. I think they were middle schoolers. They could have been high schoolers. They looked like they were about 13, 14. They were like seriously, like 70 of them. They were like surrounding us. And that's surrounding us in sign language or something. And they were from, hold on, First Day Christian School. And I think they were the track and field team is what they were. And we were completely surrounded, and it was crazy. Actually, there was a brunette and a redhead, and they kept getting up to go to the bathroom, and my like eye line was like for where you would come back from the bathroom, and every time they came back, they smiled at me, and like we would make eye contact, and they would smile at me, and I felt like I had to smile back because like I had to give them that like you're a person too, and I recognize your existence smile, like or whatever. And so they did it enough times that I think they're flirting with me, which definitely boosted my self-esteem, because the redhead was, like, if I was in middle school, I would totally have not talked to her, but wanted to, a lot. So Steven can relate to that. She didn't ask me to marry her, though, and that was a disappointment. But, I mean, what can you do? And then after the Cheesecake Factory and the hot sex with 14-year-old redhead, I got arrested. Because that's illegal, like deceiving a woman's heart. That's the second Shakira joke I've made in one webcam. Please shoot me. After the concert, or after the dinner, we went to a concert. It was a Seth Bolton concert. Seth Bolton is a local Charlotte area musician. He's awesome, and Amanda and I love him. You can learn more about him at www.sethbolton.com. That's BOULTON. You should come with us, Steven, to one of his concerts. He's awesome. Although he doesn't play any of the songs from the Back to the Future soundtrack, so you might not like him. But, so we went to see him, and then we hopped in the DeLorean and went back to the restaurant so that we could eat the dinner again. And then we finally went home, and then I made a lame joke about Back to the Future. And that was pretty much the evening. That was it. That's what happened yesterday. So now you know. So I guess now it's time to do the segment at the end. I was gonna do a verse of the day, and then I forgot again, which is amazing because I've done this webcam, this particular one, twice now. But I forgot twice. So, but I still have the secular segment, which is Zach by Stupid Crap, and I wanted to come up with with a theme song for it. So I guess I'm gonna do that now. Hold on. Let me pause the music. Of a revolution does not need to be involved in this. I'm just gonna have to improvise this. So let's do it. Zach, by Stupid Crap. Zach, by Stupid Crap. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that every time I do this segment. But today's Stupid Crap are hats. I got this hat at the $1, which is a now closed dollar store up in the Matthews area. All of the good places, the good dollar stores get closed. As you can see, it definitely falls into the category of stupid crap. Let me put it on backwards for that 80s feel. Oh yes, I am the new kid on the block. So I don't think I've ever worn this hat in public. I think you can probably tell why. And oh yes, speaking of the 80s, I'm turning this up. It's the Thompson twins come to rock his house with. They didn't say his house in the 80s, but if you're thinking this is the ugliest hat you've ever seen, you're wrong, because I also have this one that I bought. Backwards. Oh yeah, I am so hot. Okay, the clock tells me that I'm probably pretty close to being out of time, so I'm going to end this. Enjoy your evening.